And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch. Starting on the mound in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Lindor swings through that one. On the ground, right side. And Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. He takes it on his own. One up, one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
So, man aboard. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Soto, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Good job to fight that one off. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Conforto whips it back in quickly, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. And now it's Mark Vientos. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. First pitch just misses.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And he chases that one below the zone.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. First pitch misses. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
There's a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside, and the count is 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
2 outs. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the splitter, and it was effective. 2 left on, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. And we're back. And on the hill, Kodai Senga. What do you have on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Now a chance for Shohei Ohtani. The other way. Nimmo hauls it in, and there's one away. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. One of the more high-powered lineups in the game right now. It's built to do damage, and they got some hitters that can punish the baseball, Chris.
So fun to watch these players take their at-bats. I mean, they're so disciplined, don't give not just at-bats away, but really pitches away. Very aggressive, competitive in the zone, and when they connect, there's usually some loud noise to it, so we'll keep our ears open today.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Freeman getting to start at first, hitting third in the lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2007. Stays alive. 2 out, space is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And there's a ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first-pitch single than have to waste 6 or...
Toss to Alonso, and that is that. Dodgers go down quietly, scoreless after 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's Starling Marte. Yamamoto back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count, and at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
And now, Francisco Alvarez. Clips the corner, strike 1. Swings through that one. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. No score here in the second. And that's in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Chop to third. Vientos whips it to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Muncy digs in. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. The batter now will be Will Smith. That one down the line, and foul ball. Muncy over at first with one away. Strike two.
0-2.
And that one is inside ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Now here is Hesung Kim. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Line drive. Fair ball. Muncy headed for third. Headed for the plate. He will score. The Dodgers have the lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Lindor. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Run scoring triple here for the Dodgers. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, on to the third inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor. Outside low, ball one.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan Series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by Yu Darvish. What a way to go out.
Next offering upstairs. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Lindor stands in here, takes ball one low.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
And that's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Swings and misses and one down below the zone. High fly ball, right field. Betts under it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the
Here's
Mets,
Juan Soto.
the designated hitter,
1 for 1 with a single so
Soto.
far. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Throw on to Freeman, and that'll do it. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. And here is Michael Conforto. Just missed.
Outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
On the ground to the left. Lindor throws to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Here's Mookie now. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Swings through that.
0-2 is the count. One ball, two strikes.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Nice job behind the plate there.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. One left for L.A., but they're on top 1-0. Back here in L.A., stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. And that's downstairs and outside. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-1.
Check swing, and he went. Going to count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. And strike 2.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Next one misses, and that is ball 1.
2 strikes to count.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. And that misses. And that's ball 2. There's the strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the right-hander deals. And that just misses.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
That one kicks away from the catcher. And on the wild pitch down to third goes the tying run. Next one is off the plate. And now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 runs in. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. They take the lead. It's 2-1. 1 down. And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Alvarez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 23 years old, and he was born in Venezuela.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's a fair ball. Around second is Marte. Coming home. He'll score, and he'll make it into third with a triple.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Punched that ball down the opposite field line, just barely able to keep it fair, but once it dropped in, he was off and racing for the triple.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. They limit the. And we're back. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Center fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
Going away.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across. This is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 1 out, base is empty. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Struck out swinging his first time. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Lindor on to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Yamamoto back to work. That one off the mark, 1-0.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
And there's 1 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Lindor stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Here's Pete Alonso, 1 for 2. And that one missing low. Soto off of.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 78, Ben Casperis.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air to left center. Conforto sizes this one up. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Hesung Kim. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
You know, these Dodgers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive.
And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. He really smoked this one down the line, barreled it up out front, and once it dropped in fair, this guy was off to the races. It looked like he was thinking 3 right out of the batter's box.
Rojas swings through it for strike 1. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of.
And that one gets away at the plate. No advance, though. And he grounds one to the right side. There for the out. Runner scores from 3rd. The batter will be Michael Conforto.
Good job right there. Puts the ball in play, and now they're only down by a run.
And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because
wow, what a stop, and it beats him. What a play.
Making it look.
All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering way off the plate. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
This one high in the air to left center. Hernandez ranging after it. 2 away now.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. Starling Marte up to hit. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss and a slider.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Next pitch in the dirt. And the count 1-2. It's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. There's a strike at the knees. Marte, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he hits a ground ball right side to second, Rojas, and that will end the inning. No runs. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. Swing and a ball popped up. And there's 1 down. Freddie. Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 2 in this one. Ball 1 there.
No strikes.
Freeman hits it in the air. Taylor makes the catch for the out. Out number 2. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day. He was all over that one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Muncy to hit. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two outs. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. And that's the inning. So the Dodgers leave 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. Now at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna. That one hit to right. Betts makes the grab, 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. And here comes the Dodgers.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 51. Alex
Late with the swing there.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop.
No ball,
swing
2
for the
strikes.
fences.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Mets go down quick. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 7th, and here's the catcher, Will Smith. That's out to center field. Taylor sizing this one up. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. And next for L.A., Hesung Kim. On the ground to first, Alonso. Steps on first for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Tapped softly on the ground. Slings to first, and talk about efficient. 3 outs. We go to the 8th, and now the Mets DH, Juan Soto. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got him swinging. And down the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 1 for 3. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Inside, just missed.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one misses, and it's 3-0.
3-0.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. In there at the knees, and now 3-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Vientos stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Genesis Cabrera. He last pitched 2 days ago. On a line. That's a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, Enrique Hernandez. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Now a screamer into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, there's probably no question in his mind that he was going for 2. That's just a great feeling. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. In plenty of time to first. They get one out, but the tying run comes in. Here's Freddie Freeman now. 0 for 3 in this one. Cabrera checks the runner. Ohtani back in.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Swing and a miss. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Ryan Stanek, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Garrett also getting ready. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
And fouled off. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time. So the drop third. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now, Brandon Nimmo. Vesia back to work. Just missed. Fastball for a strike. Up the middle. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Up next for the Mets,
Starling
right fielder,
Marte
Starling
up now
Marte.
for the Mets. Close,
Nope,
but
that's
called
a
the ball. And that's ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Line and a base hit into right. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're
Now
so
running
much
at
more
first
likely to
for
get
the
something
Mets.
you can handle. Nice job
Number
of driving
18.
that pitch the other.
Manager out of the...
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 38, Kirby Yates.
And here is Francisco Alvarez to third. And that's a fair ball. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now 3-0.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving. So bases all loaded up. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Golden opportunity right here. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swings and misses, struck him out. No advance, good job behind the dish. And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Towards first. He'll do it himself. They miss a big chance to take the lead here. So bottom of the 9th, here comes Max Muncy. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek getting loose out there. The 1-1. Muncy hits one in the air. Nimmo sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. Will Smith. To the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes it to second. The winning run's in scoring position with 1 gone.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with 1 down. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Acuna throws to first in time.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult.
For New York,
Ryan Stanek on the pitch here.
Ryan Stanek.
Rojas at the plate now, and that's inside. Trying to send this to extra innings. The other way. He steps on the bag. That's the third out, and we're headed to extra. Back here in L.A., on to extra innings. Juan Soto now. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that's outside.
That's out.
In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early.
Here comes the skipper.
Now pitching for the Dodgers. Number 59.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Shoots a line drive single into right center.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Nimmo in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Just missed.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
On the ground to third, Muncy goes to second for one. Throw to first, but he beat it. So up next for New York, Jose Azocar. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. There's the swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right side. Betts settles underneath it, drops into the glove, and that's the third out.
Now pitching
Welcome
for
back. And here comes the closer,
Number
Austin
44.
Warren. A chance at his first save of the year. Kike Hernandez,
that ball went out.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
To the right side, Acuna. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly
Up
what he was
next
looking for.
for the
Ball on the
Dodgers,
ground, nice ground out.
designated hitter,
Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. And that one fouled off. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. Home run. That's worth the price of admission. His second homer this series. It's 5-5. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Berg. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And up next for Los Angeles, Mookie Betts. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. 2 runs across in the inning. Here in extra innings. And that one is downstairs. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
1 ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next offering misses, and a full countdown. Swings and misses, struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit, known for his late inning heroics.
Freddie Freeman.
Fouled off. He was late. Warren, 28 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2018. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
That one ripped. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Pitching for the New York
So
Mets.
runner at second, 2 down. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
There's a strike. He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boone. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
That just misses, and the count is 1-2. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. In the dirt, blocked. And he steals third without a throw. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it. And it
cut on and lifted in the air. Betts is on the move. Can't get their base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
And the batter now, Tyrone Taylor. First pitch just misses.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and the count's even at 2. Acuna leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. And now it's Frankie Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First offering, runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one way inside. Tap foul at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. And we're back. Oh. All set for the bottom of the 11th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you've got to get him up to third. Think back up the middle or to right field.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Throws, sails on him, and it takes off down the line. He scores, and a wild pitch has tied the game. The throw to second is offline.
That right there is a great read and some wheels to match. So exciting when you see a guy score all the way from second on a wild pitch. It's almost like an inside the park home run.
Smith in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Making a move at second base. Dodgers bring in a pinch runner, Andy Pajes. He's a potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score on a base hit. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Here comes Pajes around third. Across is the winning run, and the Dodgers walk it off in the 11th.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged in the backs of the minds of everybody that witnessed this here today.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton.